Well, protesters remain here. Let me get out of the way and show you. They're still blocking this entrance to this ICE facility. Now, just a few moments ago, 3 ICE agents came out of this facility telling these individuals that they had to leave. Now, these individuals are on public property. They say they do not have to leave. They're vowing to be here and remain here as they continue to protest this facility being used as a 24-hour processing center. A small victory for protesters demonstrating outside this immigration facility in West Suburban Broadview. We shall not be moved. As they force a vehicle trying to enter to leave by blocking the entrance at the Beach Street location and refuse to move. With signs in hand and chanting, it's just one way supporters of immigrant rights rallied this morning to disrupt operations at the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
When Donald Trump runs out of other people to blame, when our state, our city, our federal government run out of non-white people, non-privileged people to point the finger at, they will come for you as well.
Officials with the Village, which is predominantly black and Latino, boarded up the building's windows in advance of today's protest after federal authorities informed them the facility would serve as a primary processing location, open 7 days a week for the next month and a half. 2 transport vans were seen leaving the center before daybreak. Border czar Tom Homan says it's a part of the president's immigration enforcement crackdown.
The president said weeks ago, I said weeks ago, that with sanctuary cities, how we're going to address it, we're going to flood the zone.
Protesters say detainees being processed for transfer are usually held at the facility for no more than a day, but that changed under the Trump administration, with people being held for extended periods in inhumane conditions.
They're at great risk of illness, injury, death. They're losing their livelihoods. They're losing their families.
Activists had vowed to keep today's protest peaceful, as not to give President Trump any excuse to deploy the National Guard to Chicago.
Say it loud and say it clear.
Now, this is not the first time that this facility has been the focus of protesters. These particular demonstrators want this facility closed, and they say that they will remain here as long as they need to in order to make that happen. Back to you.
Evelyn Holmes reporting live for us. Evelyn, thank you. ICE agents getting ready to operate out of Naval Station Great Lakes, and this morning people who live nearby are responding. Christian Picos is live near the base in North Chicago. Christian.
Diane, Naval Station Great Lakes will serve as the logistical hub for some 300 federal immigration agents tasked with carrying out these immigration operations in the city of Chicago. But already this morning we're seeing pushback from people living in neighboring suburbs before these operations even begin. Look, demonstrators gathered on overpasses by I-94 in Wilmette and Evanston, holding up signs and flags, calling out ICE's bolstered presence in the area. Some cars driving under the overpass or by the demonstrators could be heard honking in support. Organizers say they plan to be out demonstrating on the overpass throughout September during rush hour in the morning and afternoon. David Boris with North Shore says no, says the Trump administration has gone too far.
See us up on these overpasses, they know they're not alone and they can get out and organize. It's neighbor to neighbor. It's over the backyard fence. It's what built this country, along with influx of immigration that built this country, and it's what will sustain this country.
Meanwhile, Illinois Republican Chair Kathy Salvi is welcoming the federal support and says Trump is following through on his campaign promises.
Well, within the bounds of law, I think that what American citizens want, what Americans want, is crime to be reduced. They want to have safe neighborhoods, safe communities. And certainly those people visiting our beautiful city in Chicago deserve to have a beautiful, safe journey to Chicago. And that hasn't been the case under the leadership of this mayor and this governor.
Now back here live in North Chicago, just across the street from Naval Station Great Lakes. Again, we are on standby right now for any immigration activity that we could see on base, with operations set to begin as soon as tomorrow.